So this story is about my father. He grew up in in suburban Colombia, the country of Colombia, Cali, Colombia. He had a rough life there. When my dad was 5 years old, he went to regular school in Colombia. They'd come home for a couple hours for lunch and then go back to school and finish around 5. And every day, they'd line up to go out to lunch. There was a bully that would take his nickel from him. So the bully would come up to him and he would say, "Hey, you have to give me your nickel." And my dad would be like, "I don't give you my nickel." And the excuse the bully used was, "You have to give me your nickel because my dad's a police officer and you have to give me your nickel." "Well, okay. If your dad's a police officer, I guess I have to." So my dad ended up giving the bully his nickel. And this went on for like a month. And eventually, my dad had enough of this. He came up with the plan of he didn't want to give him his nickel, so he went to a different spot in the line than he usually went. And when they left the building to go home for lunch, he actually walked the opposite direction he usually walks. But unfortunately, the only thing that did was separate him from the rest of the class. And the bully, of course, followed him. So now he's all alone in the middle of suburban Colombia on a back dirt road somewhere, and the bully has followed him to this location. He's terrified. The bully comes up to him and says, "Hey, how come you didn't give me your nickel?" My dad says, "I don't want to give you my nickel anymore. It's my nickel." "I told you my dad's a police officer. You have to give me your nickel." "No, it's my nickel. You can't have it." And then the bully, this is what set my dad off. The bully said, "If you don't give me your nickel, my dad's gonna put you in jail." So that means now my dad thinks that if he doesn't give the bully his nickel, he's gonna go to jail. So my dad was frustrated. He stands there, he takes a nickel out of his pocket, and he looks at it and just, "Oh, I don't want to give him my nickel, but I don't want to go to jail either. Oh, what do I do? What do I do?" The bully's taking a step closer every second. My dad's shaking there, his hands twitching, his eyes are starting to water, and he comes up with this brilliant plan. He doesn't want to give the bully his nickel, and he doesn't want to go to jail either. So he starts to punch the bully in the face. So he just jumps on the bully and starts wailing him in the face over and over and over again. The bully starts crying. He didn't expect that. "Oh, what are you doing?" The bully falls to the ground. My dad gets on top of him and continues just to wail on him in the face over and over and over and over again. His nose was bleeding and he was crying hysterically, but my dad didn't stop. He just continued to punch him in the face over and over and over again, without any mercy. Eventually my dad thought to himself, "Whoa, I better get out of here. I'm going to be in trouble." So my dad he runs away, leaving the bleeding, bawling bully alone on the ground, surrounded in a puddle of his own blood. My dad walks home. He thinks to himself, "Oh man, that didn't work. Now I killed him and I'm definitely going to go to jail." But my dad didn't actually kill him. Yeah, he didn't go to school for a few days, but he was fine, and he never stole his nickel again. The moral of the story is violence is the answer.
I think what I love was that it's like, now I'm definitely going to jail. I didn't give him my nickel, and I killed him.